everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the 49ers going up against the Ravens. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken at the 3. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that'll be good for Baltimore first. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here's a look at the starting offense. Second down following the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
And they'll run it here. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he will find his man on the outside. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, That allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Wilson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now Wilson. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they were able to get a little bit of yardage.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Green 39! Green 39! Here we go,
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for him throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession.
Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9, from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. As they run left side. And he's got room. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go. 319. 319.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. And he comes back with one complete. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's second. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. A strong running. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10. I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking on the midfield logo. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great one.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. On third down, Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? What? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory. Lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a nice nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go now. Green, 30. Detroit! No, Jack, Patriots!
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back to throw here. His throw incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target. Deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Surveying the field. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a San Francisco 1st down. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Being chased out left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. Wilson on the keeper. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And quickly, they get to the line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he's got it up and through. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the 49er hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll take it inside. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Wilson wants to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they take a knee. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for San Francisco, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break them when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever. Do some crazy.
Okay.
I wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go dumb with my whole squad and don't need no R&R. To regular life, I say au revoir. Hey, living life in the fast lane. May your pain only be. So please come join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do?
I think I'm gonna do something crazy.
What you wanna do?
Do something crazy. Do something crazy. Do something wild. Be someone different. Switch up that style. Yeah, come by, bring a rack. New grill and a bunch of snacks. And where we going? You don't need a map. You don't need a nap. You don't need jack. Except lots of people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey.
What you wanna do?
I think about to do it. I think about to do it. Do something crazy.
What you wanna do?
Do something crazy. Do something crazy. Do something wild. Be someone different. Switch up the style.
Okay. Do some crazy.
Break it down. Do something crazy.
Do something crazy. I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey.
What you wanna do?
I think about to do it. I think about to do it. Do something crazy.
What you wanna do?
the cruise ship.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? 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 I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it?
How else am I gonna get it?
Whip. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? Whip. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it?
She's up against them all, but the writing's on the wall. There's more than meets the eye with her, and nothing I can do. I'm left without a clue. She sees it all in black and white or blue. She's got a rebel heart. One day she's gonna fight. She's got a rebel heart. She's up against them all. No, she never will admit that what she wants she never